you've got to be off your tree, mate.
Hello. It's a faff, this. But you've got to love it. You've got to love it.
Mallory Park racing circuit.
Yes, that's exactly where I want to go. It's not been recording. Yay. Time to say all of that again. In short, don't use your phone as a recorder for the wireless go, because as soon as you lock your phone, it stops recording audio. So I'll re-explain what I was explaining. Today I'm off to Mallory Park, a circuit I've never been to before. I'm looking forward to learning where everything is. It's a pretty simple shaped circuit, so it's not too difficult from a commentary perspective. It's just knowing where the paddock is, how you get up to the commentary box and other places. It's for the BRSCC. The headline act today is the Motorsport UK British Superkart Championship, which is amazing. Now, I put a thing on my Facebook yesterday about Superkarts. They are 250cc, 100 horsepower. These are the Division 1 numbers, because there's Division 1 and Division 2, I think. Division 1 karts do 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. They can go from 120 to 0 in 2 seconds, which hurts my face thinking about. And they top out at around 150 miles an hour, which in a car is fast anyway, let's face it. But doing that with your arse on the ground in a car when you're just in leathers, I mean, they're not strapped in either. The drivers don't strap themselves into those things because apparently it's better to get thrown out of it than get stuck in it, which is just, yeah. When I saw them at Snetterton last year, I joked that they've only got all that bodywork and all that aero on the front of them to help the airflow over the driver's massive gonads, because you have to have some right plums to drive those things, honestly. Watching them come past the pit wall at Snetterton at around 140 miles an hour was just nuts. But they were going as quickly as Formula 3 cars go past you. Oh, excuse you. There's an absolute bucket load of Caterhams. I won't lie, visually Caterhams don't intrigue me at all, but I know how much of a good driving experience they are. Not firsthand, but you know, everybody says how good they are to drive, so the racing's frantic at least, and there's a lot of them. I think it's the Caterham Academy white and green group that we've got today. The classic Formula Ford's on there as well, and the Track Attack Race Club, or the Time Attack Race Club I think it is, which has its own Peugeot 206 GTI Cup class. And there's a lot of them as well. There's a lot of them. So you may have seen, if you haven't already seen it on my social media, or on my page, this is the, I had to check I was pointing at it then. This is the Smart Lav Plus by Rode, who also do the wireless goes with which I record audio. I've not actually listened to any of the audio back from it yet, which I probably should have done before using it today. But if not, the GoPro mic is a backup. Now the biggest pain in my arse with it has been this bit, the grey bit to the black bit. So the 3.5mm jack that goes to here, this first one, is, I believe, TRRS, which is tip ring sleeve, which is a different type of 3.5mm audio jack to TRS, which is tip ring sleeve. So I had to order an adapter that accepts TRRS and converts it to TRS and then puts it into the Wireless Go. I wasn't too bothered spending the money, it was very cheap. I got a pair of them because I want to get another one of these for the other Wireless Go Room transmitter that I've got. But it was more the fact that I'm an idiot. And I ordered it did say TRRS to TRS, but it was the wrong way around. So it was TRRS at the pointy end that goes in, this end, and TRS at this end, but it needs to be the other way around. This is TRRS, that's TRS. Anyway, abbreviations later, I ended up with the right adapters, and here we are, and this is the SmartLav Plus. I can't hear it right now, obviously, but I'll find out when I get home, and then I've a lot of audio that's wasted. Anyway guys, it's time to crack on, as I say way too often, and get down to Mallory. So I've arrived at Mallory Park then. It's my first time here, and I nearly ended up going the complete wrong way around the circuit. You actually drive on the circuit to get into the paddock, which was quite cool. You have to sort of go down the hairpin and then like along it and then into the paddock up that way. So they've got the big building here, the main building behind me. We've got a paddock full of Caterhams, and all the Superkarts are here as well. I've not seen the Superkarts yet, but I'm going to go searching for them. But yeah, it's absolutely freezing, I'll give it that. It doesn't look that cold, but the sun's trying to come out, so hopefully that comes out a little bit later on today and we get some dry running, because the track and the surface is a little bit wet at the moment. Either way though, I'm just really looking forward to this. You can see so much of the circuit. I mean, even all the way over out there as well, you can see a lot of the circuit for quite a while. So other than the hairpin, I think I've got a completely full view. I might even be up in the tower later on today, so that could be good. Like I say, literally just got here now, so it's time to have a wander around the paddock and see what's what. And this is the office for the day then. So we've got a really good view all the way around the circuit today. You can see the whole thing pretty much. I think the only bit you can't see is up at the hairpin. It's just hidden by a hill, but to be fair, really good view up here. Really looking forward to this. And got timing screens and stuff that we're going to sort out very soon. But yeah, it's nice and warm up here, which was the big difference really, because the weather isn't looking too great. So could be some pretty sketchy, interesting weather for the racing. We'll have to see. But yeah, time to get on with it. I'll give you some more paddock shots when I get a chance a little bit later, and then catch up with you very soon. It might be a very short vlog, this.
The 101 League Plane and the E-Car in this gentleman, Caterham. We are going for a start on this 12-minute race.
Leading the race as they come back past us once again. So incredible first lap from Caterham, fourth to first. So I've just finished commentating on the first two races, then Superkarts being one of them, and I think lively is a bit of an understatement to use, to be honest. Absolutely awesome bits of kit. All the way down there over the straight over that side, they're doing nearly 140 miles an hour. It's just absolutely mind-blowing pace, and I really don't know how they can really cope with it. I've nearly decked it on the stairs there. But it's starting to rain now. We're on the lunch break, so this is why I'm not in the box commentating. And it's very windy, so apologies if the SmartLav is picking that up as well. But yeah, really good stuff so far. And flipping Tiff Needell, man. Tiff Needell popped up in the commentary box before. There was a knock on the door and he goes, oh, do you mind us filming in here? And I turned around and I thought, I know that voice. And I saw him and it was like, oh my God, it's Tiff Needell, what a guy. He even did a selfie with me because, you know, I've got to be a fanboy and ask, but yeah, awesome stuff so far. And it's a really good circuit for viewing as well. You can see so much of it, except the hairpin where we've lost a CCTV camera today. So fingers crossed they sort that out and we can see it a bit later. But yeah, good stuff so far. So just going to get some lunch and then crack on. As I say way too often on these things, I need to stop saying that. And I've just realised that I recorded that on the wrong camera angle, so apologies if it looks crap, but I'm not doing it all again. Look at this place though, man. Like, while I'm here, I've just noticed this. Like, you've got a wonderful little lake view here, look at it. Absolutely brilliant. It's so lovely, man. I say lake, it's more of a pond, but like the circuit, to try and point this out to you on a wide angle lens, so you can literally stand this close to the water. Like, you're right on it, but the circuit goes all the way from around there. They're absolutely caning it all the way about, and it goes all the way around this way here, and then up the hill. It's absolutely awesome. It's a really, really good circuit. It's a very old circuit, but still a good one. And yeah, still driving across it and then getting into the paddock this morning caught me out. But yeah, I'm enjoying this, and hopefully this is the whole year's going to be like this because it's pretty mega so far. And hopefully these vlogs are alright, I hope you enjoy them, but yeah, anyway, time for food and then commentary. So it's the end of the day here then at Mallory, and the sun's actually come out now. It's very, very bright indeed, but it's a hell of a pretty circuit to be fair. Really would like to come back here to be honest. The Superkarts race was interesting at the end. The Caterham racing was as frantic as ever. Everybody swapping around lap after lap. My God, it's bright. The circuit's wet, like the paddock's wet, so it's reflecting like mad off the ground in my eyes. I shouldn't have walked this way to be honest. But yeah, really good day today. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a bit of a step into the unknown when you come to a new circuit. You don't know the facilities, and you know, you don't know what you're going to even be able to see from where you commentate. So yeah, it was a very, very good one. So I'm going to maybe have a little look and just see whether I can potentially walk onto the circuit a bit. I'm not sure yet, but I know that I've definitely got a drive on it when I leave. So unless I don't get to walk on it, I'll be driving back on it in just a mo. I thought it'd be nice to record an outro over here instead actually, because it's very nice and it's a bit more open and there's not so many people about, but honestly it's just gorgeous. Look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, not really much else to say if I'm honest, but just thought I'd come to this bit and have a look. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to walk on the track, so I'm going to get in the car now and then start the, I think, roughly 1 hour 40-minute drive home. So yeah, let's jump back in the Bim Bimmer. So back in the Bim Bimmer, just going to get the map ready. It's quite a simple drive really, other than just the bit here. For some reason it thinks I want to walk and it's going to take 22 hours. Nah mate. And this, I believe, still records while... Oh God, I'm not going to be able to get that on there, am I? So I've got the Rode Wireless Go receiver in there, going from the SmartLav Plus into the one that's on my waist, and then into there, which then records into the phone. Complicated, I know. Yeah, hopefully it's recording still, but we're going to go drive on the circuit. This is pretty cool. I'm going to go up to the hairpin at the top. I remember doing this at Alton Park. You drive on the circuit to get out sometimes. I didn't realise how small this hairpin was before, and there's concrete on the inside of it as well. Look at this. Flipping out, you're not getting away with that. Look how small that hairpin is. I didn't even register it when I pulled in earlier. It was at this point where I recorded a really terrible outro that didn't really round anything up, so to be fair, it's a good thing I then went ahead and recorded this. I realised I didn't round up the day, really, in that last one, so I'm on the A50 now on my way back after doing all the complicated bit. Superkarts, first off, they are absolutely mental. Like, ridiculously fast. The guys that drive them are absolutely off their tree, but they're such cool bits of kit. They're so tightly packaged and just interesting to look at. Everything's so small and in such a tiny space. The seats are tiny. I wouldn't get in one. I mean, I'm not the biggest bloke, but flipping heck, they are tiny, tiny seats. But it's just the way that they come past you down the straight. They're doing like 120 mile an hour down there, and they're still accelerating. It's just mind-blowing. There was then the Track Attack Race Club, which was full of everything. There was a lot of Peugeot 206s. The first race had an incident in it. A guy had to go to hospital. As far as I know, though, he's okay. He was up and about and moving, which is always good. It's always a bit of a challenge as a commentator when you get those sorts of moments, because you know you want to be positive about the situation. You know, he'll be all right, but you don't want to obviously sort of give a guarantee of that, because sometimes you're not all right, and you know, that's just being realistic. You know, I'd never wish that on anyone, but sometimes people do get hurt. Motorsport is dangerous. But either way, the racing was good in that. There was a Peugeot 306 GTI that sounded incredible, and it was rapid. Absolutely rapid thing. He started 25th on the grid, got to the lead, went off, fell down to like 19th, and then came back and finished, I think, 5th. It was bonkers, and it was like on a drying track as well, so he was really giving it everything. And then there was Formula Fords as well, which were another mixed bag. You know, you never knew what you were going to get. There were some slower drivers, or at least slower cars anyway. A lot of different ages in terms of the cars, but some fantastic racing all the same. You know, Formula Ford is always good. So the sun's out now. It's much nicer than it was before. And to round out my day, I'm actually heading to Century Sim Racing to go and do some sim racing with those guys. They've got a members night on tonight, so I'm going to get there about 8 o'clock. So I might be a bit late for when it starts, but I've said to them I'll still go. They wanted to see me, so, and vice versa. You know, I want to see them, so yeah, I need to get a move on and get down there. But the trusty Bim Bimmer is pushing us along nicely. It's 70 miles an hour. And it's my first time visiting their venue, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's like. My first time meeting Jim. It's going to be great. Nice way to round out the day. So we'll shimmy on down, and I'll catch up with you when I get there. So I've just got here, and there's instantly something that worries me. I get really badly motion sick in VR, and the main thing that Jim's not told me is on the sign is the big phrase VR. Hence this bit. So let's see how that goes. I've got it on the wrong camera mode again, haven't I? Brilliant. Hello.
Here he is.
How are we doing? You alright?
Yeah, good. You're taller than I expected.
You know what? It's annoying how many people say that. It's like people think I'm going to be some short fat when I turn up.
I wasn't going to give you fat, to be fair.
I'm fatter than I was.
That's a good question.
We then enjoyed a really good night of racing at Century Sim Racing and all of the sims. Racing in the Audi TT Cup cars at Road Atlanta, doing a 1 hour race with 2 drivers each where we all got paired up, and then messing about in some Formula Renaults at Monaco, and eventually ending the night at about 1 AM. No pressure, Chris, this is going on YouTube.
Oh, someone's jumped the start.
Hey!
Do we want to restart the race? No.
We want to give a 20-second stop and penalty.
Only the person that jumped the start wants to restart the race. Oh.
But that's all for this time, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.